What's up, everybody? My name is Nate and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the weekly rotation series and talk about what I wore as far as fragrances are concerned. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you wear? This week I got the chance to wear Cobalt Elixir, and I have some really good thoughts about this. So, I guess I just spoiled it there, but some other good fragrances too, including a new Lattafa here. And I'm wearing that today because I want to kind of give it a nice, good, solid wear. I want to really kind of dive into it because, man, my first impressions, I really liked it. I haven't given it a full wear, but I did my first impressions a couple of days ago, I think earlier in the week. Anyway, let's get going on this Cobalt Elixir. So initially when this first launched, I didn't really know if I was gonna care for it. And I really do. So I wasn't a big fan of Invictus Victory Elixir. That sweet bomb, that resin sweet vanilla bomb. I wasn't a huge fan of it. And a lot of people are big fans of it because it's like a sweet, loud powerhouse that gets you a lot of attention. And I can understand why. It's an attention-seeking fragrance for sure. So this one, I really think this one is compared super close to it. But this one has that earthy vibe that everyone is talking about. That note chemistry balances out that sweetness. So you have that heavy sweetness that you have in that kind of Invictus DNA. So you still get the same kind of bad boy Cobalt DNA. It's sweetened up a little bit, but this like truffle earthiness, and it balances everything out. It's like all of the good things that you get with the Invictus Victory Elixir and all the good things you get from Cobalt, the original, are sprinkled into this, and it just makes it so pleasant. It is kind of a loud, obnoxious kind of fragrance. I will give it that. But the earthy vibe in here balances out all the sweetness in here. The vanilla is very present. I really, really love this stuff. It's sweet, but it's also earthy and balanced super well. Just super well balanced. And it's fantastic, really is. The next one I wore on Tuesday, just a generic kind of one, YSL Eau de Parfum. I love wearing this stuff. Don't really need to talk about it all that much because I talk about this stuff so much. I love the apple and the ginger note in here. It's a standout, huge, huge favorite from me. And then on Wednesday, I wore Club de Nuit Intense Man, the Pure Parfum. I've been wearing a lot of this lately. I just, whenever I wear this stuff, I'm just falling in love with it. It's like I get onto an Aventus kind of snowball, I guess you could say, and I just wear it over and over and over again. But really love this stuff. It's excellent. It lasts. It was so funny. I sprayed it on like 6 or 7 sprays in the early morning. And if you know Club de Nuit Intense Man, that's a lot. So I sprayed this on at like 8 o'clock in the morning and worked all day. And I got home and I went to bed at like 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. I'm an old man, I know. But I went to bed and I was still smelling it. It smelled like I still sprayed it on. So every time I wear this stuff, it's just a beast mode. It's a powerhouse, and it smells just woody, birch wood, smoky, excellent stuff. All right, then on Thursday, I wore Baroni Eau de Parfum Intense. I feel like it's in the same vein as YSL Eau de Parfum. But this is I feel like it's a mix between YSL and Layton, where I put it at. It's got this like interesting spice nuance to it, fresh, clean. It's got this like Gaiac wood kind of thing going on in here. It's really pleasant. It's really pleasant, but it falls in the same kind of line as like the YSL Eau de Parfum or Layton, in that kind of realm of things. Kind of a sweet powerhouse, woody, citrusy, like dense woods though, a little touch of a smoky aspect in here, but it's really rich. This is a rich, rich fragrance. Let me get a close-up of that Baroni Eau de Parfum Intense. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Baroni. Anyway, it's fantastic stuff. Magnetic cap. I really want to try out more from this company. I hear really good things about them, so I definitely want to give all their other a shot. I love this stuff and I want to try out more. All right, moving it right along into Friday. Friday was a bit of a chiller kind of day. I wore Invictus Platinum. I'm loving this stuff just as much as I do Cobalt. It's in the same kind of thing. This one has that absinthe note in here though, the same kind of note that they put in Polo Red Parfum, that kind of thing. It's sweet. It's the Invictus kind of DNA. Obviously, Invictus is very sweet. It's rich. It's this like playful, seductive sweetness, fresh sweetness kind of thing. And this is no different. This has some pink pepper in here, some woody aspects, heavy in Ambroxan, and in perfumery, there's a molecule in here, and it's dosed really, really heavy in here. It's called dihydromercenol, and it's very, very heavy in here. Clean, it's musky, and it's sexy too. Pink pepper is also in there too, which pink pepper is like one of my favorite notes of all time, All right, then on Saturday, I didn't do much on Saturday. It was a bit of a chiller kind of day. And I went with, you know, anyway, I'll touch on that in a second. I went with Zoha Aromas. This is Beachside Sage. And I really love this stuff. It's an easy, fresh and clean smell. It's got this sage nuance in here, and it's also got, I'm pretty sure this is an inspiration off of Joe Malone's sea salt sage, I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, it's in that kind of DNA kind of category, and it's just fresh, clean. Some of the notes on here, it's actually on the label here. It's grapefruit, sage, sea salt, ambrette, seaweed, and woody notes. So it's fresh, it's clean, it's ozonic, it's marine. It's the sage in here is kind of sweeter, so it definitely balances out with the aquatic nature. But Zoha Aromas, they're pretty affordable too. And you know, I was thinking on yesterday, I was thinking that I'm like, I really want to start my own fragrance company. Eventually, I feel like I want to push myself into that direction, and that's where I ultimately want to go, is owning my own brand. I just need to get my ass into gear and start making some fragrances and putting them in bottles and getting your guys' opinion on it. So I was thinking about maybe even starting slow, starting like steady, maybe getting like maybe 25, 30 bottles, filling up some formula or making up some formulas, getting them tested. Cause I already messed up the first few batches and I wasted like freaking $4,000. Like I'm back to square one. It's like, whatever. My situation aside, if you are going through anything, I would encourage you to keep pushing forward. Just remember that pain is temporary and regret is forever. Let's talk about this Lattafa fragrance here. So I have not worn this yet. I did my first impressions, and the first impressions were fantastic. I loved this stuff. Let me spray this on my hand real quick. This is a clone of a BDK fragrance, and it's an iris fragrance. So this is like a clean, honestly, the way that I'm viewing this one is a silver version. I know this is gonna sound weird, but a silver version of Dior Homme Intense. And do with that what you will, but I feel like this is that kind of style. If Dior Homme Intense was put into a silver packaging and they branded it as like Dior Homme Intense Silver, honestly, Dior could probably take this DNA, rework it a little bit, or hire the perfumer that did this one, have them rework it just a little bit and slap elixir on it, Dior Homme Elixir, and sell millions of bottles because it smells so fantastic. It's got a nice creamy woods in here. It's got a tea nuance, a black tea nuance. It's very nice. It's a little powdery. This is not going to be for everyone, but it's very fresh, very clean. It's got a clean musk in here, nice iris character, and it's just some fantastic stuff. I'm going to give it a full wearing today, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it because I really like it. It's a really nice fragrance. It's kind of powdery though. If you don't like powdery, you might want to stay away from it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video, guys. The last week was a bit tough for me because I guess companies are now cracking down on clones. So it's going to be a little tough reviewing different clones. I almost had my channel shut down. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more discreet when I'm talking about fragrances and the fragrance clones and stuff. And I would advise any content creators out there who do make videos about clones to just be a little wary about fragrances that have the same looking bottles as the originals. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. All is well. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you next time.